Dear students, it is the fourth video for week 10, and we are covering the concepts of Pakistani transformation in Pakistani society and government. Till Pervez Musharraf era, we discussed that how Pakistani society and change in the stance of governments changed the opinion of the Pakistani society. Well, in the last phase for the last 20 years, the three main sections have been appeared till right this moment. Number one, that Pakistani people and the Pakistani society was deliberately changed from jihadi, from traditional roots to bit transformed rule, like more secular type. Fine. The secular powers, backed up by the West and others, they rose. Number three, middle class. Middle class emerged as the uh, emerged as the leader in politics, in business and industries. The best example of this is Malik Riaz and the other businessmen who are holding most of the business. They were not landlords by their generations. They were the middle class people. Fine. And second and fourth most, the agri-based economy changed into real estate economy. Fine. And IT and other things involved in Pakistani society as the substitute of the landlord. And you have seen this, that now agriculture business, landlordism is in the threat. Fine. And despite houses and plazas and marquees, they are replacing Pakistani society. Well, these all things happened in just last 20 years. Clear? Everybody has a cell phone. He is more involved in the political system. However, they have been harnessed and controlled by the different media groups. One fraction of Pakistani society still is decisive, and that is the religious fraction. Since Pakistan was established, religious groups have constantly been involved in changing and transforming Pakistani society into the religious, and everybody is doing best in its form. The three main sections and religious fractions in Pakistani society have a landmark contribution, and they three have been exploited by the different governments. Well, let's see what they three are. Number one, Deobandi groups, Deobandis in Ahl Sunnat, Brailwis, and the third one, the Shia Muslims. Okay, Deobandi groups were exploited when America first time came for the war against Russia. They were the Deobandis that were involved more, and the other participation was minor. Fine. Taliban won, and somehow they became the rulers. Later on, when when American again needed to fight against Taliban's, then they used another group. Iran was at their back somehow, and another group was used, and media was utilized. They came in media and they came opposing within the public, not in the government, openly within the public. You see that when you open the post against on Facebook against favor of Taliban, then favor of Iran, and favor of Saudi Arabia, and favor of particular leader like Maulana Fazlur Rahman, or against Imran Khan, when you read up these posts, you find out that they are the society, they are the members of society which are expressing their views against and in the favor. Fine. Well, when in the time of Musharraf, when a Sufi conference was called in Pakistan music concentrations, and many things were made just to entertain and give another view of the Islamic life. Fine. That in this Sufi, the main purpose of the Sufi conference was to divert the attention of Pakistan people from jihadi movements to zikr and Sufis, and to reconnect with the old traditions. This was an effort that was not truly for the sake of revival of the true Sufism. Unfortunately, that was an effort to divert the attention of the people of Pakistan, and at the same time, Sufis were promoted, Mahfil and Naats, and many things were promoted, so the people may be involved in these activities and they should not think about the something other. While the third group, uh, and same time, the Shia Jamaat, they do have their own stance. They wanted to revive the true Shia beliefs in Pakistan, and at the same time, Khana Franks were established. Iran backed up the people. They came up new sessions. Okay, according to the ethnic harmony, Pakistani scholars would visit Iran. Iranian scholars would visit Pakistan. But apparently, it appears very smoothing. But in our hand, this was a great tension, and you see that whenever the Muharram comes, the last 10 years, there was the extreme terrorism. Clear? Now, both three fractions are completely divided, and its expression can be seen that in the most recent Islamic bill presented in the Punjab Assembly has been forcefully opposed by the Shia fractions and many other fractions. This shows that still Pakistani society, religious people, they are not agreed at one point. Problems may be different, fine, but anyhow, it is in the great interest of Pakistan that everybody should be in the framework of the constitution. But constitutional framework of Pakistan also has been a challenge since 1947 till 2000, and even now different kind of the biggest problem was lack of the constitution. 1935 constitution was uh, is mean revived, mean jagad for the time being, but Pakistan, unfortunately, Qaid Azam passed away. Khan Liaquat Ali Khan made an effort, and he was able to uh, establish objective resolution. That was really wonderful thing, and it cleared that all the constitutions and everything will be made under the guidance of the Quran and Sunnah. Nothing should be contradictory, and that guideline is now somehow is in the Constitution of Pakistan, and 1973 Constitution emerged as unanimous. While still in Pakistan, the problem of uh, say uh, Qadianis to be non-Muslim, this declaration is some challenge, and occasionally this amendment is equivalent to the amendments for the power struggle between Prime Minister and the presidential order. This amendment is really meek and volatile. Many bloodshed have been done, many criticism has been faced by Pakistan, and many activities are being involved. Fine. Constitutional development on the other hand, that 1935 constitution was established, then 19 objective resolution, then 1956 constitution, 1962 constitution. These two middle constitutions, they were aimed to provide protection and sustainedness to the autocrat rule. Either it was General retired, would say, Ayub Khan, or was it Yahya Khan or General Ziaul Haq and so forth. Although there were some other good things happening in the constitution, that Islamic laws were included. Qanun-e-Shahada was amended in 1907 in the time of Zia, and many other things were done. Okay, students, to for the deep understanding, you have to read all these discussions about the constitutions made. Thank you very much.